have changed our story. See the young here. You know the day when we get here. And now Monday we come out the way
yeah, that's the song. When my children read it. And crazy things they happen, right? There is a candidate, a governorship candidate in Anambra. I don't know his name, okay? So he's one of the governorship candidates in Anambra, and they said he's the nigger, something like that. So, quite funny.
I've just seen one of your posters where you say, you know, rise with the nigger. Who is the nigger?
Yes.
Are you the nigger? What does that mean?
I am a nigger.
What does that mean? Chief, I've just seen one of your posters.
He just came back from the US. So the two of them are running for the position, for the post of a governor and deputy governor. So, also Chief Ezechukwu Jafetunweke for Governor Anambra and Elvis Obi for deputy governor. They are running under the party called Action Alliance, AA. Rise with the nigger. There's nothing you will see in that contraption, by the way. So, yeah. Let's leave that. And give me a cycle. So the next thing right here is the story. In fact, I actually needed to share with us the other part of the opposition, because it's not just PDP, they have the coalition guys too. So Bolaji Abdullahi, who is the spokesperson for the coalitionists, right? He was on Daily Trust, their media part, yesterday, right? And he had this to say. Let's add it to the convo.
Can the president honestly justify releasing 51 drug dealers in one fell swoop, or even if it's incremental? Don't forget, number one, the NDLEA, the men and women who fight tooth and nail to arrest these drug dealers and obtain conviction, sometimes at the risk to their lives. And after conviction, these drug dealers were supposed to spend life imprisonment, sometimes many, many years in prison. Then after 2 years, what happened? You release them. So what happened to the witnesses that testified against them? What happened to these officers that actually stood against them in court when you release them after 2 years? Then what was the president? Don't forget what Bayo Ononuga told us when the first list was released, that some of them have repented of their offenses, they've been of good behavior. As a matter of fact, some of them have actually learned some trade. Come on.
But there's nothing peculiar about Nigeria in this particular area. I mean, the whole idea of prerogative of mercy is a global accepted practice.
Based on defined principles. And what is the fundamental principle? What social value will it bring to the society? What value will it bring to the society? If we release this person, most countries where they exercise, all countries have it in one form or the other. For most countries, the fundamental is, number one, have there been miscarriage of justice in one way or the other that we want to use the prerogative of mercy to correct? For example, if you have kept someone on a waiting trial for 20 years, right? Then the person eventually got convicted, right? The president could use the prerogative of mercy to release such individual having spent 20 years awaiting trial, right? So has there been miscarriage of justice? Is there any benefit that releasing this individual could bring to the society? Or is there anything you're trying to correct? Or has this person served in any outstanding way? For example, someone in prison, while in prison, got a PhD, or then you could say, okay, you release this person. So, what social dividend did Nigeria stand to get from government releasing a drug dealer back into the society, a convicted drug dealer?
But as the case is, a lot of the people on that list applied for the prerogative of mercy, as we have come to understand. Yes. And there's a committee that stood and attended to the applications and felt, listen, they've met the necessary requirements. I mean, there's a step-by-step process. Much of it didn't come from the government side.
No, but the point is this, only one person has the power to exercise it belongs to that power belongs to only one person in this country. That's the President of the Federal Republic of.
So Tinubu has now decided to review his own prerogative of mercy and reversed himself on him. So they now told us now that the people they released are no longer released, especially those ones that are serving life sentences, drug baron and murderers, that they have commuted their life sentences to maybe 20 years or something. That's what they say they are doing right now. So he reversed himself, according to Onofunuga. Not that I actually believe it, because some of them are still back on the street. It is going to be Bright Edafe. He loves to call himself SP. Bright Edafe just made a big catch in the field of this narcotic smuggling. Yes, in Nigeria, a whole boss.
I am SP Edafe Bright, and this is Delta State Police Command. We've always had issues when it comes to covering of plate numbers and tinted vehicles. The reason is because there are persons who, in the guise of covering their plate number and using tinted vehicle, commit different forms of crime. Today, we have a classic example, and it's very important to bring it out for our audience to see and to know why we actually have our differences when it comes to cover plate number. This, for instance, this driver was intercepted at toll gate here in Asaba bearing this is a special number from Delta State government, where this will also be investigated. Upon sighting him, he actually did not wait for the police, but the police went after him for about, after some minutes, they caught up with him at Mami Market. The first thing that arouses the suspicion of the policemen is the cover plate number. Then you will now see that the car is darkly tinted all round. You cannot see anything inside this Oma bus. You wouldn't know what they are carrying, whether they are carrying arms, guns, or human head. You wouldn't know. Look at the front as well. It's also covered. The plate number is also covered. You look at it. One would wonder why he covered his plate number. I will ask him this question, and you all will also witness and notice why the number is covered, because he's going to tell us. Just look at the vehicle, darkly tinted. You will be shocked and amazed when we open this vehicle and find out the contents of this vehicle. They are carrying drugs. Please come and show. Drugs in large quantity. Controlled drugs, which includes codeine, tramadol, and other kind of drugs. Now, it will take a lot to open up everything that you are seeing, but we'll just bring out a bag to sample. Now, these are CSC codeine. These are CSC codeine. If you come and take a look, just look at, it's the same thing that we are having here. The same thing we are having here. We have the same thing. We have also tramadol tablets that are also here. Just look at the vehicle loaded with drugs. No wonder it is fully darkly tinted. My Oga, what is your name?
My name is Ugochukwu.
Ugochukwu, please go back. Ugochukwu, how old are you?
I'm 46 years.
46. Okay. This vehicle, we noticed that the plate number was covered. Can you just tell us why you covered the plate number?
I cover it because I don't want anybody to know what I'm carrying.
Okay, you don't want anybody to know what you are carrying.
Yes.
What has the cover plate number got to do with what you are carrying?
For not people to know what I'm carrying, and that's why I cover it.
Oh, okay. Is it that you imagine that once your number is covered, policemen will not stop you? I think is that why?
No, they used to stop.
So how does the number you covered? How can it affect what you are carrying? How come you think that police will not know what you are carrying because you are carrying?
No, because number one, some of my enemies, I don't want them to know
the kind of business you are.
No, the time I will pass, the time I will not pass.
Okay, your enemies. Okay, that idea just came to you now. It's good. This business now, between you and your God, how long have you been into this business of carrying drugs for people? Or are they your drugs?
I know.
Okay, what are you going to do with these drugs?
They are the people's own now. My own is just to convey to them.
Okay, how long have you been conveying drugs like this?
I started last year, but not always.
Okay. Are you aware of the danger of these drugs, abusing of these drugs, particularly codeine? Are you aware what it does to our youth? Okay, for instance, do you have children?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
I have 5 children.
How old are they? How old is the eldest?
The eldest is 20 years.
20 years. If you not discover that he's into codeine, taking codeine for the fun of it, how will you feel? Or maybe he goes to a psychiatric home, God forbid bad thing, and they say it is because he has been abusing codeine. How would that make you feel?
I will not feel good.
All right. So we've heard from him. This is not to embarrass anybody, but it's very important for you to see why this could have been arms. It could have been something even worse than drugs. That's the reason why the regulation of treated vehicles is very, very important, and also covered plate number, because the belief is that he is likely going to evade security scrutiny because he's carrying covered plate number, and also it will be difficult to see through the glass of the vehicle what he's carrying. That's why the vehicle is darkly tinted. This is Delta.
Yes. SP Bright Edafe. Well done. Good job. All right. Just hope that when they finally get convicted of their drug dealing, Kalu is not your president then, because that you call the class drugs and all of that, they won't be classed after all. No, they won't. And it is not just the youth that are drinking this codeine and some of these harmful drugs that gets them loco or go shoko. There is a man called Rashidi Dangbana. Rashidi Dangbana is the guy that returned from Canada, and they made him the Oluwo of Iwo in Osun State. When he became the Oluwo, a Yoruba traditional royal title, he turned it into a Fulani title, and he changed it to Emir of Iwo, and it's been controversial since then. I have no idea if this person is also supplying him the codeine or something harder, or Asha. Rashidi Dangbana found his way to the Saudi Arabia kingdom, or the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Dangbana is asking for the Saudi Arabia to give him the support, the army, the finance, to go back to Yoruba land and clear out all the non-Muslims, the Kafiris. I have seen the video. I've been trying to see if this is a doctored video, but it is not. Or maybe the interpreter didn't hear Rashidi Dangbana very well. But yeah, Rashidi is speaking in Yoruba. His interpreter is interpreting in Arabic to his hosts. But a Yoruba Oba in Saudi Arabia is asking for the Saudi Arabia support, right? To go back to Yoruba land and clear out the non-Muslims. You hear it on this platform first. Watch this.
láti gbógun ti òrìṣà bíbọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá.
الواحد يريد أن يحارب الشرك في بلاد يوروبا.
Ó lágbára púpọ̀.
أمر صعب جدا.
nítorí gbogbo àwọn ọba tí a wà nílẹ̀ táwọn náà wà ní tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní ọba gbọ́dọ̀ bọ òrìṣà.
لأن جميع ملوك بلاد يوروبا يهتمون بالشرك.
even gan àwọn tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí nù wọn ò gbàgbọ́ pé ọba ò gbọ́dọ̀ mọ bọ òrìṣà.
حتى المسلمون من الملوك هم يهتمون بالشرك أيضا.
so wàhálà gidi ni.
وهذا أمر صعب جدا.
àmọ́ dúró.
لكن وفقه الله للقيام بهذا
wọ́n sì gbógun tì ní ṣùgbọ́n dúró tọ́lọ̀.
حاربوه بكل أنواع المحاربة لكن وفقه الله للقيام بهذا الأمر.
torí tó dùn mí jù ní pé mo rò páwọn tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí láàrin wọn gan wọ́n tiẹ̀ tó gbà ní ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n gbà pé èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ sin Ọlọ́run kó sì tún bọ òrìṣà.
وكان يظن بأن المسلمين من الملوك كان ينبغي أن يعترفوا بعدم الإشراك بالله سبحانه وتعالى. وأنهم كما يؤمنون بالله يرون أنهم لا بد أن يقوموا بالشرك.
ṣùgbọ́n mi nírọ̀lẹ́ kẹwàá owó ogun tí mo jà. má nǹkan tí wọ́n ti sọ ó ti pọ̀ àwọn dókítà ti sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa.
وقد تكلم الناس كثيرا.
níbí báyìí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ bí Ìgbò ṣe jẹ́.
هو يريد أن تعرفوا كيف طبيعة مدينة إيوو.
Ìwó tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fi ní jọba lé lórí.
مدينة إيوو التي وفقه الله ليكون ملكا عليها.
mo fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wọlé nítorí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀. ẹ kì í máa sọ̀rọ̀ ká ṣẹ́tù díẹ̀.
هو يريد أن ينصت الناس حتى
هذا السلام جزاكم الله خير.
نعم تمام.
جماعة السلام عليكم. صلوا على النبي المصطفى.
هو يصلي على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
ibi tí mo jọba lé lórí the place where I'm the king.
يقول بأن المكان الذي وفق ليكون ملكا عليها
is a very ancient kingdom.
wọ́n ní ọba tó ní tùmọ̀ ní àwùjọ. ọba tí الملك الذي المكان الذي.
tó ti pẹ́ ancient.
ó tó jẹ́ pé ipò tó ga ní ìlú.
Arabic lè yọ sùn.
المكان الذي وفق وكان ملكا عليه هو من الأماكن القديمة.
ó jẹ́ ibi tó jórísun àwa tá a jẹ́ Yorùbá.
وكان أصل من أصول يوروبا.
tá a máa ní Yorùbá gangan Yorùbá tí gbogbo Yorùbá ń lò òun ni Yorùbá ti wá.
وإذا يريد الإنسان أن يتكلم عن
àwa lè lórísun bẹ̀.
فأصل اليوروبا الذي نتكلم به هو الأصل الذي نتكلم به.
ìmọ̀ Ọlọ́run wá ṣoore fún wa tó jẹ́ pé ọba ló gba Islam. Ọlọ́run wá ṣoore fún wa nílùú Ìwó tó jẹ́ pé ní 16th century ọba ló tún gba Islam.
ولقد وفق الله مدينة إيوو وفي القرن السادس عشر الميلادي أسلم ملك مدينة إيوو دخل في الإسلام.
ṣùgbọ́n láti gbà yẹn
ومنذ ذلك الوقت
Islam wá ń lọlẹ̀ níbẹ̀.
تراجع وجود الإسلام في هذا
nígbà tó di 19th century 300 years after.
وفي القرن التاسع عشر أيضا
ọba kan tún dé òun náà tún gbé Islam
جاء
jáde.
ملك آخر وجاء معه
ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tẹ́mi dé
لكن لما جاء جلته
kì í ṣe pé mo gbé Islam ga nìkan.
ليس بأنه أعلى شأن الإسلام فقط.
gbogbo òrìṣà pátá ni mo parẹ́.
بل هو حارب جميع الأوثان.
kìí ṣe píparẹ́ mo ń fi wọn lẹ́gba tí mò ń nà wọ́n.
بل هو يعني يقاتل
mo sì gbé pẹ̀lú àṣẹ ọlọ́run ọba.
ويقاتل هذه الأوثان.
insha Allah.
نعم.
tí ò sí.